Won't you leave my heart in misery? If you go, I'll be blue. Breaking up is hard to do.
No. Come on, baby, let's start anew. Not if you go, I'll be blue.
And that's the second verse.
Second verse is, think of all that we've been through. What? Hola, chicos.
What is he doing up there anyway?
Trying to break it to her gently.
Oh, please, they've only been going out for 2 weeks. And again, 2 weeks with Walter is like a year with anybody else. You guys just want to order lunch?
You know Walter can't stand to hurt anybody's feelings.
Oh, is it that neurotic actress had feelings? As if Julia Varga, star of the hottest Latin soap opera in the universe, couldn't get another date. It's insulting. It's patronizing. I mean, does he actually think that after 2 measly weeks, Walter Tatum is the linchpin of her emotional universe? She's an adult. She can handle it. Yes, breaking up is hard to do. I ought to know. But come on. How upset could she possibly be?
Well, I think that went fairly well. Let's eat.
I should have offered her a glass of water. I should have held her hand. I should have asked her to marry me.
But you didn't want to marry her, did you, Tatum?
Not at the time.
I hate suicide. I hate paperwork. Fill out a form, check a box, turn Julia Varga into nothing more than a number. It ain't right, Tatum. Julia deserved better.
You're a fan of the show?
Yeah, let's just say I'm a sucker for a nun with a past. I guess you were, too.
Not really. I met her at a party.
Ah, pretty girl. Lots of laughs, lots of drinks.
She wanted a ride home.
Yeah, and one thing led to another, and the next thing you know, you're talking picket fences.
Not exactly.
Then you dropped her like a hot potato.
I tried to break it to her gently.
Yeah, told her you could be friends.
I tried to, but she starts sobbing.
So you lied to her, reassured her, told her you loved her.
No.
I think you did.
Go to hell!
You said it because it was easy. The more you said it, the more she believed you. And finally, she loved you more than anything in the world, and then you realized you had to tell her the truth, even if it hurt her, even if it killed her.
No!
Isn't that right, Tatum?
No!
That's not how it seemed. At least not to me.
Paperwork.
Catch.
Thanks.
He's still in there staring at the wall.
Oh, the ceiling, you laid down.
What are you watching?
Quiero Vivir. The doctor's finally decided to tell the widow he loves her.
They're airing Julia's episodes?
It's so... It's nice.
What?
Your hair. The way, you know, it's all...
Up?
Oh, yeah, it looks good. Hey, I finally got hungry. I lost my appetite.
I'm telling you, Walter, it is not your fault. You know, it is possible that she killed herself over something other than you. I mean, I don't know, maybe her father disowned her, or maybe she had gambling debts, or maybe she had shingles, or maybe she woke up one morning and decided that in the face of mortality and inevitable decay, human existence is, well, it's utterly futile.
No. It was me.
All right, Walter. It was you. Now, what are you going to do about it?
Drink myself into a stupor?
Xavier De Leon on 1. He wants to meet with you tomorrow.
Never heard of it.
He's the head writer for Quiero, Vivir. He wants to talk to you about Julia Varga in person.
Mr. De Leon?
Mr. Tatum, please come in. Welcome.
This is my associate, Gwen Cross.
Nice to meet you. Sit down, please. So, you're a famous man.
I am.
Beautiful TV star kills herself out of love for small-time detective.
Small time?
It's absurd
Thank you.
to say she killed herself for you. That's why I called you today. You see, Mr. Tatum, a man could spend his life in torment, feeling guilty. But don't, Mr. Tatum. You are not the man Julia Vargas committed suicide for.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Eduardo Cortez.
The doctor on the show?
Also Julia Vargas' lover.
You mean before me?
Oh, come on, Mr. Tatum. Look at the date.
October 15th?
But she was going out with you.
Excuse me, but I'm having trouble processing this right now. When exactly did she cease her relationship with Eduardo?
Never. Until, of course, when she died.
So, the entire time Walter was seeing her, she...
I'm afraid so.
But the phone calls, the flowers, the tear-spattered letters.
You know Julia. She always had a flair for the dramatic.
She was using me?
Naturally.
Why?
Because she feared that Eduardo was getting tired of her. You were, I'm afraid, one of a series of boyfriends designed to make Eduardo jealous. I'm sorry. I thought this would be a relief to you. A death of your conscience. You can breathe again.
How refreshing. I feel like a new man. I was one of a series.
Walter, you broke up with her.
As if she cared. No, the whole time I'm breaking up with Julia, I'm standing in her way of jumping out a window over him. Eduardo Cortez.
Small-time detective.
Walter Tatum.
Mr. Tatum. Julia is dead, and we are grieving. Don't you think your presence here is inappropriate?
No more than yours, from what I hear.
We are like familia. Our family has suffered a great loss. Go home before our grief turns to anger.
One big happy family.
I wonder. Who's that?
Which one?
The blonde.
Vera Verona. She plays the widow on the show.
Haynes,
Yes, Vera.
I came to say goodbye
Goodbye. What do you mean goodbye?
because you fired me yesterday morning.
Oh, Vera, you know what I think about market research. I spit on it. I spit on
But
it.
you say audiences dislike my character.
Yesterday was yesterday, today is today. Come on, Vera. Now go get into costume, huh? Por favor. See? Huh? Yesterday, Julia was alive.
I will not say this line, I swear.
Eduardo, please.
No, there is no sense in it. There is no motivation. I cannot speak.
Eduardo, por favor. We're all suffering because of this. Julia's death meant a big loss to a lot of people, okay? The suffering. Yeah, the rewrites.
Rewrites?
Not until we replace her.
Dios mío. You can't do that. You cannot.
Aspirin.
The script supervisor, I think.
No one can replace Julia. It's impossible. Don't you remember? Remember her scene at Don Pedro's funeral? She walked right past the general. Even though her heart was breaking. She stood over the coffin, struggling to hold in her tears. And she said, adiós. Adiós, mi amigo. Adiós, mi vida. Adiós, mi amor.
Now, what are we waiting for? Someone get this girl a contract.
Yeah.
Passion, pain, severe personality disorders.
That's showbiz.
So, she got the part. She got her old job back. And he, I don't know what he's up to, but I don't like him.
Looks like Julia's suicide was convenient for at least 3 people.
I got a copy of the police report. Julia's room was trashed when they came in. Lamp smashed, perfume bottles, makeup, ripped clothes.
Not when I was there.
Get this. Julia and Eduardo had a little liaison every Wednesday at noon in her dressing room. Everybody knew about it. I asked a teamster.
Wednesday at noon? That means...
Walter got there first.
Maybe Eduardo got there second.
I looked up Julia's phone records. She did place 1 call, 12:02 Wednesday, minutes before she jumped.
Eduardo?
Pizza pallets.
She ordered a pizza moments before she leapt out a window to her death?
Suicide made her hungry?
Assuming it was suicide.
What are you saying, Walter?
No, I'm saying what you think I'm saying. I'm saying there are too many loose ends here. I'm saying Julia Varga had no reason to kill herself. I'm saying we're not looking at a suicide here. We're looking at a case of first-degree, cold-blooded, premeditated...
Walter Tatum. You're under arrest for the murder of Julia Varga.
Murder?
You have the right to remain silent. You have a right to an attorney. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.